Okay, everyone, and Merry Christmas. Though by the time this goes out, it probably will not be Christmas anymore, but that's my cross to bear. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about stuff that I don't know a lot about, except for I kind of do, but not like my own actual experiences. It sounds weird, I know. If you watch any of my videos, you will know that I do not go outside unless it's to walk my dog. So I don't date. I don't have friends. I'm just not out in the dating world. But since the last time that I dated, which was probably like 2-3 years ago, things have changed. Sorta. But really in like the past 10 years, it's just completely changed. Because nowadays, it's like you meet on an app and then they want to go out to have like a beer, and of course you have to buy your own because equality. And then they expect to just go home with you, or for you to go home with them like immediately afterwards. And then after that, it's like there is no dating anymore. It's always, hey, do you want to come hang out, or can I come hang out and we can watch a movie or something. Obviously we know what that is code for. But it's like nobody these days wants to actually go out and date. Nobody wants to come and pick the girl up and bring her flowers and compliment her pretty dresses, all that kind of stuff. And it's like nobody wants to do that anymore. And I really hate that because I'm very old school whenever it comes to dating. You probably wouldn't know that about me since I've been married and divorced twice, but oh well. But I like to be wooed. I like for the guy to text first. I like for them to make the first move. I want to go out for a meal and maybe a movie or a walk or bowling, something. That's not just getting like a beer and me paying for my one single beer and then going back to somebody's place. Because I don't like doing that. That's just boring. That usually just ends up in a situationship and not a relationship. And if I'm going to date to find a relationship. I don't want a situationship. I don't want just a friends with benefits kind of thing. That's not really my style. But it's hard to find anybody who wants anything other than that because there's so many options, especially in my age category, 35. So everybody's getting divorced right about now. So they're finally catching up to me. And it's like they're not looking for commitment anymore. Nobody wants to just commit because everybody's been so hurt by each other that they're scared of getting hurt again. And it really sucks for us that are very monogamous, who are loyal and who believe in just talking and dating to one person at a time rather than like going out on dates every night with a different person. Yeah, I'm not that kind of person because I just don't have that kind of attention span. I can barely remember my own name, let alone like 5 different guys. Just to have 5 different guys that find me attractive, that right there is a miracle unto itself. But dating, it's non-existent. There's no more dating anymore. It's 2 people hanging out. And I think that's why I don't date. Why I don't go out. Why I don't associate with people. And I hate that about myself. I don't mind my old-fashioned ways, but I do believe that it's gonna hold me back from ever meeting anybody. And I will probably die alone with 57 cats and 6 dogs. That was very specific numbers, but I truly believe it. And I hope that that changes, but I do not have much faith in that. Unfortunately, since there are so many options out there and so many dating sites and everything. It's just, there's TikTok and Instagram and social media, and since there's all of that, they're getting like these perfect people put in front of them. Of course, it's all photoshopped, but it's like that's what they're seeing and that's what they want. So I am terrified. This is my insecurities. I'm terrified that if I start to date, then I will be kind of like a catfish. Because I don't hide the fact that I am plus size, because I am very plus size. I am overweight. You'll see that especially like on my TikToks and stuff. They want that. They say they don't. They say they love stretch marks and cellulite and all this kind of things. But when it really comes down to it, we're not the ones that get picked that often, because there's always something better out there. Like for me, if I'm attracted to them physically, even just a little bit, but their sense of humor and their personality is just absolutely outstanding, then that kind of trumps it. But they're always seeing these perfect girls on social media, and that's what they expect. They don't want girls with wrinkles and blemishes. Hair that doesn't always sit right, because mine never does. And they don't want that. And they don't like apron bellies and asses that are huge, but they're flat at the same time. Unfortunately, my own experiences kind of give evidence towards my points, obviously, because I'm a little bit biased. But my own evidence has shown that time and time again, you're not going to be the first choice. And that I don't think that's something that I can just push away, that I can just be like, okay, well, at least he's funny. I want a person who has the same kind of morals and the same outlook on dating as I do, because otherwise, obviously, it just wouldn't work. But somebody who is just, I mean, we're in our mid-30s, and I don't want to act like a 20-year-old anymore. That's just not who I am, and I won't settle for less. Like I said, I'm going to end up with 57 cats and 6 dogs, and I will be dying alone. If I get married for the 3rd time, that's it. Like, I'm sorry, but I better love me and my cats and my dog a lot, because you're stuck with us until one of us croaks. Because, yeah, I'm not having another failed marriage, and I don't want a long-term relationship and then find out that they're cheating, because there's so many options out there. So just talking to one person isn't a common occurrence. People like to have their options open, and they like to have lots of options. I'm going to focus on that one person, and that one person only. And I will be honest and truthful to them, and I would just hope that I'd get that back. But obviously, my experiences have shown that that is not happening anymore. But I refuse to get on a dating site. Like, I'm not getting on like Tinder, or I don't even know what other ones there are. Because I've been off dating sites for a long time, years. So I don't even know what they are anymore. But I refuse to settle for less. And hopefully y'all do too. I hope you know where your morals are and where you stand with them, because your morals probably are not the same as mine. And that's okay. Everybody has their own. And if people my age want to sit there and just have fun after years in a relationship and, you know, the failed relationships, and that's cool. But just don't come at the people who make it clear that they want somebody loyal, if you know that you can't give that, because it's not fair. but also just the social aspect of it all. Obviously I'm very awkward as it is. And so first dates again. I've never been a fan of first dates. I don't know. It's just more like an interview and So how do you go from not dating to skipping over that first, second, third awkward date thing? Because that's just thinking about it is giving me like anxiety. So I can only imagine what an actual date would be like. But I think that's it for now. I will see you all soon, and I don't know if I'm going to put up another video before 2023, but I guess we shall see. But I want to hear about what you think about dating at your age, and especially if you are around my age and you're single. What do you look for if you're looking for anything, or have you just kind of given up like I have? To live with your 57 cats and 6 dogs. So let me know down below, and I will see you all soon. Bye, y'all.